Listen, kids don't get to get brought into our business.
Right.
They don't get to know the stuff that we're talking about or dealing with, or things like that. Without me and you discussing it first about how we're going to present stuff to them, because they need to know some things, because we got to teach them how to deal with issues.
Right. Is I often seen it and been a part of it, where the wife or the husband will, instead of having that confrontation with one another or having that communication with one another, they will kind of confide or have the conversation with the children. And it's
about the spouse,
about the spouse, or about a situation that they were discussing with the spouse, not always directly,
okay,
about the spouse in terms of like, he did this or he did that, or she did this or she did
okay,
that.
okay.
I've seen it both ways, unfortunately. But what I'm talking about in terms of, sometimes spouses avoid confrontation and in their attempt to de-escalate, or really just avoid having adult conversation. Let's be real. Avoid having adult conversation, and they will say things to the children to try to garner support, right? And then try to use that garnered support.
So they weaponize the kids then.
Absolutely. What how it's wrong. First of all, it's wrong.
We know that, right? We know that.
But how do you address it?
Well, to my knowledge, I've never experienced this. However, I view problems pretty much the same way, and that's head on. And once again, back to Adam again, it's conversation.
Yeah,
it's conversation. Listen, kids don't get to get brought into our business.
Right.
They don't get to know the stuff that we're talking about or dealing with, or things like that. Without me and you discussing it first about how we're going to present stuff to them, because they need to know some things, because we got to teach them how to deal with issues. Right. But they don't. But we don't get to weaponize them against each other.
Yeah.
That's not the way this whole thing works.
Yeah.
And that's
intimacy too. I want to say this too. We have shorted our education ourselves as others on what intimacy is. I think we play so deep into the sexual part of it, or even
I was just having this conversation yesterday.
Good. So intimacy, in my mind, is also about, will you keep my secrets? Will you keep my vulnerabilities? Will you protect me when I'm out there? Is it sort of like the Ham and the Noah thing? Will you just leave me exposed when you see I need to be covered up? And I feel like if you don't have that in your spouse, what do you have?
I agree.
Yeah.
But you didn't say nothing wrong. Nothing that needs any elaboration in my opinion.
I mean, if I'm being intimate with you on an emotional level, on a spiritual level, on a mental level, then obviously I've placed my trust in you that you will protect me, not hurt me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if I'm exposing myself to you, that means I'm exposing all of me to you. So it should never be that I should fear that my spouse will ever exploit me or take advantage of my weaknesses. If that's the case, I don't know why I'm in a relationship with you. It doesn't make any sense to be in a relationship with somebody who you fear is going to take advantage of you and exploit you. That's crazy.
This was my issue. This was my issue with Samson and Delilah. You tell her your secret, and she tells your enemy. Right. You tell her you told her a lie the first time. You tell her another secret, another lie. All of a sudden, the enemy comes and does this to you, and then she nags you day in and day out for how long? For how long? Who knows? And then ultimately, you tell her the truth of your secret. If you can't trust the person in whose lap you lay your head with your secrets, then where do you find peace?
Right.
You don't.
That's real.
You don't.
Yeah.
You don't. And that creates health issues.
Absolutely, it does.
Especially because you're and I say it this way, correct me, I almost feel like marriage is the commitment and the covenant that we've made, but sometimes it's exploited as if it's a soul tie. And when I say that, it's because we're so obligated in our mind to make this thing work. My mama got a divorce. My daddy got a divorce. My grandfather. I don't want to be on that side of it. You know, you never want to be on that side. So it's almost like a soul tie where it's like you're so obligated to make it work that you're really married to expectation and not really dealing with the person that you're really married with.
Sure.
Hey guys, it's Pastor John here. Please, if you like this video that you just saw, hit that like button for us. Second thing I want to ask you to do is to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're putting out videos once a day at about 5:30 p.m. Hit that bell notification so that you'll know when a new video has been uploaded. And then the final thing to do, share this video, share this information. If you know somebody that has a need that it can be benefited by it, please put it out in circulation so that we can try to help as many people as possible. Thanks, and God bless.